Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spartan Land with your host, Mr. K. Majar. It's a show where we interview great, amazing, intelligent people who taught themselves a skill. It changed their life and they're profiting from it. Ladies and gentlemen, they're profiting from it. They're making profit from the skill. Ladies and gentlemen, today on this episode, we're here at Milla Auto Spares with the great Mr. Lebogang Kabang. Amen.
Amen, my brother.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Are you well?
God is great all the time.
God is great all the time. On top of the world as always. As you know, that was like, I spoke to God, I don't know, I was like, hey God, man, if there's a box of complaints here in heaven or where you reside, get rid of it. I'm not going to complain. I'm on top of the world as always. So yeah, man.
Yeah, you're into the do it campaign.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Do it or die. Let's get it. So yeah, man, before we get carried away, introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, good people. I'm Lebogang Kabang, the owner of the enterprise. We trade as Milla Auto Spares. We are in the automotive industry, the retail side whereby we sell aftermarket parts. In the industry, we've been in the industry for the past 2 years, since 2019. This is our second year in the automotive space. Yeah. The company's been doing variety of businesses, but to focus on this one of the automotive, we've been here for about 2 years now.
About 2 years now. Alright. So, yeah, man. So, hey. So, what's your target market, man? What's your target market in this business?
Okay.
Who are you targeting? And before we get to target market, ladies and gentlemen, what made you want to start? Because I've known you for doing different businesses. You've been around. So I was like, you know what? How did this guy even think about starting an auto spares company? Of all things, we choose different things, but you chose auto spares. Why?
Okay, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, through the trial and error system, doing this, trying to survive, trying to get by, you know the hustle.
Yeah.
I was trying to grab this and see, can I make a living out of this? And see if it doesn't work, how can I alter it, change it and do the other thing. And I kept moving. An empty stomach will make you...
You make you think! Yeah.
So, eventually... after doing a variety of businesses, then I came across this, tried the auto spares, and I've noticed, wow, there's a gap here and an untargeted market.
Yeah.
Most of our people are not into this space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this gentleman told me, every time you start your car, that's his money. Every time you start your car, there's a part that's whirring away there, and there's so many cars around here. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. This show was sponsored by Cold Black Media House. Yeah, man, I feel you. So every time you start a car, there's certain part of a car that's wearing away. So you thought, hey, I'm getting into business with this.
Yeah. That's my need. Whenever you get into your car, start igniting it, I know it's gonna fade in. Once you start moving out of here and going to the next petrol station or wherever, within the movement, something is fading away. Yeah. So eventually you're gonna come by.
Yeah. So how is it? What is your perception with your experience in the trial and error or learning how to be in business? What is the message you can give based on your experience of different businesses you've been, including this one, that you can give to the people to say, yeah, it has been like this up so far?
Consistency. That's what I could tell you.
Yeah.
If you choose this and saying I want to do this, try to see your environment or how does it respond to this. Yeah. If it doesn't respond in a positive manner, what is it that I can do? What is it that I'm not doing that my market relates to? Yeah. So there must be something that I'm not doing if people are not responding to your product. Go back and see how can I alter this, because whatever product, there's nothing new now in this.
There's nothing new.
No one can invent anything new now. You always come, even words,
we are reusing recycled words.
Recycling
Yeah.
giving things new names.
Yeah.
But those words have been in existence for
a very long time.
So you come across something, you see, okay, this is this. If it doesn't work, go back, try and see how people buy a story behind the product.
My man. So what's your story? on that note, what's your story?
I don't have much to say.
Yeah.
I'm a very humble guy. So my technique is that whenever, even if you are a harsh individual, I come to you in a polite manner.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that's my approach.
So how is your day-to-day business? How do you operate? Because I realized this gentleman told me one thing. He says if you come to us, you give us a call. He said you come to our office or you give us a call, and then we will find a part for you. We will find it for you wherever. Because I was like, I've made connects with other spares, and we try to deliver it to you. If you want it to be like that, they offer convenience. So those are some of the things that I had a conversation with him. So can you tell us more about that?
Okay, basically, because we are in a very small space, I had to, because we don't have a bigger budget like big companies that we are competing with. So I had to work with whatever that I have. So I've noticed I don't have a bigger space.
Wait, can you repeat that again, man? Can you repeat that again?
I have to work with what I have.
Work with what you have. It always repeats. This message always repeats for every episode. Work with what you have. Improvise. Let's go.
So in that point, I've noticed, okay, I have a smaller space, can't keep everything. There's so many cars around here roaming around. So to have a space simply means you have a car and you break it down into smaller components. That's what the aftermarket space means. So I can't keep each and every car.
Have a car and break it down into smaller components.
That's my definition.
Mommy! Take a car and break it down into smaller. I never thought of it that way.
Then you're gonna come tomorrow and say, hey, I need a door handle. Okay, I have to go. Do I have a door handle in
my space?
So basically, for me to be able to buy myself some time and then try to move around money and see, which I try to cater for everyone, but the budget limits you. So how can I sat down and see how can I work around that and try to cater for everyone. So I've noticed the only way is to go online.
Online.
Avoid too many walk-ins and try to focus on the online business, because everyone nowadays is
on the cell phone.
And then no one wants to do the hard work of moving from this space to that space. If your car gives you problems, you want a relevant part that's gonna help you.
I always struggle when your car is there and your mechanic was like, I'm gonna go and find this part. You will go around this place.
So I do the going around for it. But
convenience.
I give you the convenience. I save you the hard work and I also save you money. Because my business is still small. We don't have those many operational costs.
Hidden costs and pay this guy and pay that guy.
Like those big
companies.
Though they are profiting from those big payments, they're paying a lot of those individuals. I try to take it and see how can I maneuver and save this specific individual time and getting this part in the right space and time. So we are on WhatsApp, we have a website page, we have a Facebook page. Though our Facebook page we are still working on it to give it that essence of a space.
So what's the one thing? What's the one mistake, or what is the one misunderstanding or misconception that people make when they are learning to make profit out of a skill or out of a business? Or in your experience, what's the one mistake that you've done? Or you say
we try too much to be different.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Sometimes you are trying to sell, I can say, tribe and soft porridge, like papa and moho. But you want to change it so much, you even forget your clients don't like this and this. They want it as raw as it is. that taste that reminds you. My mom used to cook it like this,
Yeah.
the standard way.
Yeah.
Always standard. Always.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Simplicity always works.
Yeah, it always works. But you have to have like I was telling you, there should be. We have to see where my gap exactly is. So now I've noticed mine. Most of like I've told you, I target mainly. I also cater for walk-ins, né?
Yeah.
But preferably those walk-ins, they don't know how to fix their cars. You're gonna take your car to the mechanic.
Yeah.
So I can meet you halfway and go to your mechanic directly. From your mechanic. So usually that's why I've noticed that you're gonna only come to me once when your car has problems and refer a friend, obviously. But if I go to where you take your car when it is broken, and then make that individual, the mechanic, see where he can profit and save time from doing business with me, then
let's do this. Then let's go and do this.
So
2 years.
Basically, the standard thing that I do is that I keep in touch with my mechanics, and then whenever a client comes in and he needs this and that, he will contact me. Lebu, I have so many cars. I have this and this and this cars. I know. Okay, what's the problem that you tell me? Oh, suspension. I know around those cars, so the suspension goes this way. Then I'll see where I have this warehouses with deal with suspension, and this is where I'll deal with that. So I'll try to mingle around with the space and
the people and the space, whatever.
How can I save you time of leaving the client's car, going to find a particular part, coming back and trying to fix the car? You've wasted almost 4 hours. Because you're gonna go to this person, this guy will tell you, because they strictly sell suspension parts. You can't have, when you need a suspension and a gearbox part. But if you come to me,
I can make life easy for you. All that hassle can be taken. The solution to all that hassle is Milla Autospace.
You can find us on www.millautospare.co.za.
You'll see what they offer.
Everything is there. We are trying to move mainly online. We do cater for walk-ins.
Definitely. So, towards the end of my show, I always ask people, I've got a challenge for you. Not really a chance, a question. Suppose you're given a superpower pill, right? You drink this pill, it will take you back in time to when you were 12 years old, right? When you were 12 years old, you're going to go there and meet 12-year-old you. This you now is going to meet 12-year-old self, probably in the street playing there. You understand? You're supposed to tell 12-year-old self a message that will influence their life and change their life for the better. And then after 2 minutes, you come back. What special message would you tell 12-year-old self? What would you say to your 12-year-old you that you wish you would do, or that you think that you would think it would influence your life, or that you think it would be interesting for interest's sake, or whatever?
What a tricky question, but
easy,
but tricky.
It's a.
Okay, I'll go to the 12-year-old me. Keep pushing. Don't give up, my brother. But try to focus on skills. And the do-it-yourself campaigns. My brother, whatever you do, try to see in the near future, how do you commercialize whatever it is. Whatever skill that you have, how can you profit out of the skill? Because trying to seek for employment, really, these are the times that we have to discuss this message with some of our parents, because they are from that era whereby work used to be at their disposal, at their fingertips. If you leave the household now, someone needs a maid. Someone back there needed a
cleaning person,
whatever. Work used to be like here on the fingertips, but now times are hard. You have to try by all means to create your own wealth, and the only way you can do that It's through business, I don't want to lie.
Amen.
Whatever skill you have, try to commercialize it. Papa, keep on doing what you are doing, study hard like you are doing, but whatever studies that you do or wherever life may throw you, know that whatever skill that you have, try to commercialize the skill.
Amen. Amen.
That's the message.
So the last question for the day is this. For someone, because we're basically doing this for people to say, hey man, no matter where you are, you can teach yourself a skill, and then you can make, because job creation. Ladies and gentlemen, people are struggling. Even people who went to varsity to study something else, and they can't find employment. And there's something that you see, this can make money, and it needs a skill, but I need to learn it. And you learn it, and then you make profit from it. And for the likes of yourself are doing it. So what message would you send to a person who's struggling, or they're postponing, or they're skeptical about what they want to do? What can you say?
Money is money. There's no small money, there's no big money.
My man! Repeat that again!
Money is money, my brother. There's no small, there's no big money.
Yeah.
Even if you are making 10 cents, it's something. It's better than zero. It's better than making nothing, sitting at home and saying, I'm submitting my CVs, I'm not getting any employment. But you could start at that corner, sell those popcorns, sell those Simba chips. That 10 rand is the very same 10 rand that you were gonna make even if you were an engineer at someone else's company. Even if you earn, maybe you were gonna be given 30,000. So those 10 rands, you will be having so much 10 rands, but it's still the very same 10 rand with Madiba's face outside. So
money is
once you approach money in that manner, even if it comes from the president, or it comes from the poorest of the poor, still money.
It's still money.
Yes, my brother. Money is money.
Oh man, you know, I make this episode for people like yourself. I learn all the way. I learn every time on each episode. I learn. My brother, thank you very much for being with us here at this show.
Sure, my brother.
Where this is one of the best, man. We cannot end this episode better than that, man. We cannot end this episode on a better note than that. Money, you had it for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Money is money, no matter how big or small. If you know how to manage this money, let's go and do it. Take your passion, put a price tag on it, profit from it, ladies and gentlemen. Take your passion, put a price tag on it. Spartan Land with your host, Mr. K. Majar. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Sharp.